What's up, everybody? In this video, I want to start it off with a very important question. Are you ready? Are you ready for the question? Get your typing fingers ready because I want your answers down in the comments below. My question to all of you, why are you stacking silver? Are you an investor? Are you a collector? Are you a hobbyist? What got you into stacking silver, and why do you continue to stack silver today? And that's going to be the topic of this video here. I'm going to explain to you why I started stacking silver, why I stack silver currently, and what my plans are for the rest of 2019 going into 2020. So buckle up, boys and girls. Let's do this. Alright, so like the title of this video says, I'm curious. I want to know why you stack silver. Is it because you like the shiny, you like the different types of coins? Are you into this like you used to be into baseball cards or basketball cards? Are you a hobbyist? Is this just something you do for fun because you saw a cool video or you saw some friends of yours stacking silver and you said, hey, that makes kind of sense. I want to know in the comments below why you stack silver. Maybe you don't stack silver. Maybe you just stack gold. Same question to you. Comment down below. Let me know what it is that got you into this super shiny. My story is pretty simple. I've told this before on my channel, but I thought I'd revisit it here. You know, it's a new year. We've got a new plan ahead of us, and I wanted to share with you why I started stacking silver. Now, like most of you, I work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. I put in the time, I put in the hours, I invest in a 401k, I invest in stocks and bonds, and I do all the stuff that we're supposed to do as Americans, as human beings, to prepare for our future. I try to do all of those things. Now, through no fault of my own, back in 2009, the economy went to crap. That's right, if you don't already know, 2009, the housing market collapsed, the stock market went down, it was total anarchy and chaos in the streets. I watched my 401k plan almost go to zero. It was scary, it was a scary time. Me, like most other people, we maybe were in a panic. I was young, I was dumb, I was naive, and I decided at that point that putting my money in somebody else's hand was not the best move for me. It's too easy for the stock market to crash. The powers that be, the guys with the money, they control everything, whether it's a conspiracy or not. The reality is, somebody like me, the average Joe, the guy that works 9 to 5, that doesn't have the money to put back millions of dollars a year, we don't have any control over our money if it's sitting in a bank, if it's sitting in a stock, if it's sitting in a 401k. You have no control if Chase Bank decides to say, guess what, guys, that money means nothing. The same thing goes with currency. If you've got $100 bills, $20 bills, $10 bills, that paper currency is only worth what the government says it's worth, and it will only go as far as what the government says it's worth. Now, I hate to break it to everybody, inflation is a real thing. We feel it every single year, year after year. The price of everything goes up. Oil, milk, gas, everything you can think of. The price of everything goes up. Let's think about what has happened in the past throughout history. We've always had inflation, and there's also something called hyperinflation, and that is a very scary word. I'm going to say that again, hyperinflation. The reason why that is a scary word is that is inflation in fast motion. Hyperinflation happens when we stifle interest rates, when we try to manipulate the market, when the powers that be, the people with the money, tend to control things too much. At a certain point, that bubbling pot of boiling water will boil over, and that, my friends, is when we have hyperinflation. In 1929, we had exactly this happen, and that is a scary thing if you think about it. We can literally go look back at videos and archives and watch this unfold throughout history, and the ignorance in Americans and the ignorance throughout the world to think that history is not going to repeat itself is a very scary thing. Now, what I want to explain to you is hyperinflation is way worse than inflation, because literally overnight, the price of milk, gasoline, bread, whatever you name it, will double, triple, quadruple in price, meaning your $1 will not go as far today as it did yesterday. That $20 bill that you have will not go as far today as it did yesterday. Now, throughout time, throughout history, no matter what era you look at, no matter what country you look at, currencies have always failed. Paper, government-backed currencies have always failed. There's only two things that have withstood the test of time, boys and girls. That is silver and that is gold. Those two things have always held their value. There's a reason why silver and gold have been prevalent in history, not just United States history, but world history. Gold and silver hold their value. Not only do they hold their value, when the government currency collapses, when paper fiat dies, or when hyperinflation hits, these precious metals go up in price. People flock to these precious metals when the market crashes. Look at 2009, look at 1929, look at the correlation of the stock market price and gold and silver prices. You can see it's like a seesaw effect. When one goes down, one goes up. When one goes up, one goes down. This is very normal. Don't be a silly goose and think that history won't repeat itself, because it will. Whether or not that happens in your lifetime or my lifetime, that's to be seen. But the reality is, if you have children, you have grandchildren, you plan on having kids, stack silver and gold for your future, for their future. Think of silver and gold like a hedge against the dollar. If the dollar collapses, if the euro collapses, or whatever currency your country uses, if it collapses, look at Greece, look at Venezuela. These are recent countries that have had currency issues in their government. When that happens, not if, but when the currency collapses in your country, you need to ask yourself, do you have physical, tangible money that you can hold in your hand? Do you have assets? Do you own property? Personally, I don't believe that's going to happen in our lifetime. Is it possible? Yeah, absolutely. It's totally possible. But I honestly don't believe in my lifetime we're going to see any kind of revolution to where the United States government changes or collapses. I just don't think that's going to happen. But I do believe in time we will see the stock market crash. We will see the dollar get beat up and dinged around. We might very well see that. But at the end of the day, I feel comfortable knowing that I've got different types of silver to put back. I've got collector pieces of silver. This to me is like a hobby piece of silver. This is a silver 10-ounce bar that was found at the bottom of the ocean from World War II. It's got a whole bunch of story to go along with it. I've got a video on it. If you want to watch that, I'll pop it up right there for you. But I've got all different types of silver that I buy. Yes, I do buy the old, dirty, dented, dinged up. It doesn't matter. It's silver at the end of the day. But if that hyperinflation never comes, if the dollar never collapses, and if everything goes on with the rainbows and butterflies like we're currently living in, I gotta tell you, coins like this will hold their value. When retirement time comes and you're holding pieces of silver like this, when you're holding pieces of silver like this, I gotta tell you, that premium will more than likely hold itself. And then when you go to cash out, you will get your money's worth, and your older self will be thanking your younger self. So that's what I got for you guys in this video. Hopefully made you think a little bit differently about why you may or may not invest in silver. If you're on the fence, maybe you're thinking this is stupid, how do I get started? Watch some of my older videos here. I've got a playlist over on the side. You can just check them out, learn how you can get started investing in silver, the best ways that you can go about getting invested in silver, and the easiest way that you can buy silver and gold at the lowest price possible. So if you like this video, you want to see more just like it, click that thumbs up and like the video. Make sure you're subscribed down below and click that bell icon so you can be notified when new videos just like this come out. But that's gonna do it for me, everybody. I'll talk to you again real soon. Peace out, YouTube.